Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled birds scattered throughout the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you, I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And as you can see, the title is inspired off this picture, this comment that I took a screenshot of on a video on Instagram. So as you can see, the title of the lesson, I put small hat fatigue. All right. That's going to be, I'm going to use that as the thumbnail for this video. But as you can see, man, people, are tired of these doubles, man. As you can see right there in the picture, I'm not going to read that, all right? But these people have small hat fatigue, man, all right? And then look at the amount of likes, man. Call halayim la Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I had to hop into this lesson, man, because right now, all throughout social media, especially platforms like Instagram and TikTok, they're really exposing Amalek, man. I'm going to play a couple of videos, but let's first start off with a scripture, man, all right? Let's start off with a scripture because this is what the scriptures say about Esau, Edom, all right, which the Edomites right here in America, all right, these Amalekites in the land of Israel try to make a separation from the Edomites in America, and they point the finger at the Edomites in America and call them, Esav, all right, and then they call themselves Jacob, man. But the truth of the matter is that they're both Edomites. And this is what the scriptures say about Esau, Edom. All right, this is 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau, Edom is the end of this age, man. And we're watching the end of this man's kingdom, man. We're watching the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom, especially Amalek, because right now Amalek is at the forefront of being exposed, man. Okay, you got comments like this, man. All right, small hat fatigue button. You got people actually liking it, man. All right, people commenting. And not only that, man, but the scriptures tell you that there would be shameful spewing upon their glory, man. So Esau being the end of this age, the end of this world, comes with him also being exposed, man. All right, it says right here, Habakkuk 2 and 16, it says, Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered, meaning let them be exposed. They're being exposed right now before the whole world. They're being filled with shame, okay? Especially with the whole Gaza situation and all the videos that have been posted online about all these children, literally falling apart, You got their limbs all over the place, barely holding on by the skin, man, by the ligaments. All right, so right now the whole world is really turning on Amalek, man. Right now, the exposing that is going on from all these different social media influencers, man. You got people like Dan Bilzerian, all right, which was he was like a playboy type of, like a blackjack playboy type of dude. But now he has dedicated himself to completely exposing the small hatters, man. You got people like Candace Owens speaking on them. You got people like this Edomite right here, all right, speaking on them. This isn't hell. All right. So right now, these Edomites, these Amalekites, they're being filled with shame for glory, man. And they're being exposed before the whole world. It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what's happening right now, man. All right. This is part of the shameful spewing. Look at that, man. The world is tired of these Amalekites, man. All right. Now let me play a couple of videos, man, because, man, on Instagram, bro, it's actually pretty insane how much videos are being posted about these devils, man. Let's start off with, let's see. Let's start off with this one, man.
The anti-Semites of this world are right. The Jews do run the world.
The Jews are in charge of the world. Science, financial, politics, behind the president. The Jews run the show in the world. Not because they want, because that's what God wants.
But you know, all those tropes about Jews controlling the world, or at least wanting to control the world, they're actually true. Our goal as Jewish people for the last 3,300 years since the revelation at Sinai has been to control the world.
Messiah, who in the future will rule from one end of the world to the other.
We control the media. We have too much this, we have too much that. And we often apologetically deny our strength and our power.
Man, so as you can see, man, that's one of the videos, and it already started off with them saying the truth right on, right off the rip, man, telling you that they do control the world, which that's something that, majority of these, like, for example, you on Instagram, you got a dude called Rabbi Shmuley, all right, who's trying to do damage control, and he be posting videos talking about anti-semantics and, I don't want to say the word anti-sem, all right, but he be going into that topic about how right now there's a lot of hate towards the small hatters, but really is because it's that shameful spewing upon their glory, man. And then look at the comments, man. All right, the comments say the painter was right after all. All right, it says where's an Austrian painter when you need him? You got people actually liking it, man. 6,000 likes, 3,000 likes. All right, so people are in these comments literally spewing against these Amalekites, man. All right, now let's go to the next video, man, because I got a lot of videos right here, man. All right, look at what this one.
What happened on October 7th was an Israeli setup. Everyone knows it.
What? Look at him smile.
It was an Israeli setup.
Look at that, man. And we told you that, man. All right, starting with the apostles and elders. All right, at the great millstone, a lot of brothers have been exposing Amalek for the longest, man. All right, a lot of information that is being posted now on Instagram and on TikTok and all these different platforms. A lot of this information was already being told by you, and you were being edified on that information by the apostles and elders of great millstone, man. All right, and right here in this video, this dude is basically saying that what happened on October 7th was a setup, man. All right, and we told you, the apostles are always going into it how these doubles do something called ordo abokeo, man, where they have a philosophy where they basically establish order out of chaos, man. All right, where they basically invent these false flags attacks to deepen their control on the societies, man. All right. So these people, man, and as you can see, man, when you read these comments, man, when you read these comments, a lot of these people are literally, speaking against these Amalekites, man. All right, it's really beautiful to actually see this right now, man. All the exposing that's going on, man, and even Edomites are speaking against these doubles, man. Look at this.
And the Talmud, if you say, hey man, the Talmud says Jesus is in hell, they'll say, yeah, well, Jews were being persecuted by the Romans, so you can understand why they said that. It's like, okay, but why are you running my country? If you think it's justified that Jews hate Europeans and Christians, okay, maybe it is. Why are you running our country then? You press them, you're like, hey, wait a second, you hate our religion, you don't like us. And they say, yeah, but that's because you're anti-Semitic. It's like, so if you hate us, then why do you have power over me? Why do you have power over our country? Israel exists. Go there then. Why would we tolerate this? We should have people that like us running our country. Why would we have people that hate Jesus running a Christian country? Why would we have people that hate the Roman Empire running the modern Roman Empire? It should be...
Damn, he just called it the modern Roman Empire. Damn. That's heavy, man. That's heavy, man. Because right now, what you're seeing on a worldwide scale is basically American and European Edomites speaking against the Amalekites, man, which they're the same race of people, man. Amalek is the grandson of Esau, man. All right, and the scriptures actually tell you that, man. Like, come on, that's why you got to read the scriptures, man. All right, you got to read the scriptures because the scriptures break it down and tell you who's who, what's what, and who would be at the forefront of the end, man. All right, it tells you all of that, okay? It even tells you, let me see if I could find it real quick, because the scriptures tell you, all right, let me see real quick, all right, just to prove it. Let me see. Man, where is it? But from the video that we just saw, man, you know, right now, you know, the tension between American Edomites and Edomites that are over there in the Middle East and the land of Israel, you know, that tension is increasing, man. You got American Edomites speaking against them, and then you got the rabbis over there speaking against the Americans, calling them Esav. And then the funny thing is, man, is that when we call them Edomites, they have a problem with us. But when the rabbis and all these different small headers call them Esav, they have no problem with it, man. They don't even go and stand up against them, you know. But recently, you've been seeing an increase, Salakia. You've been seeing an increase against these Amalekites, man. All right, an increase of shameful spewing against them. All right, but I just want to find that I know I was reading it the other day, Salakia. Right. It says right here, First Chronicles 1:34, it says, and Abraham begat Isaac, the sons of Isaac, Esau, and Israel. All right, which we just read that Jacob is the beginning of the world that followeth, and Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Salakia. You know, but you know, these two sons, these twins, would be the ones that were ultimately, you know, they were promised world domination, man. All right, but Esau, Edom's world domination is gonna come to an end. His days are numbered, man. All right, and even though he came from the lineage of Isaac, Israel was the chosen seed, man, whom fell the upon whom fell the promises given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. And then that promise and covenants fell upon the children of Israel, man, which you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, you are the true children of Israel, man. All right. And these people have hijacked our heritage, man. And now they're calling themselves as those people. And you got the whole world turning against them, even Edomites, man. All right. This whole house is divided, man. You got Edomites speaking against Edomites. You got Edomites like this dude right here voicing their opinion against the Amalekites, man. All right, it says the sons, back in First Chronicles 1:35, the sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Ruel, and Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah, the sons of Eliphaz, Teman, and Omar, Zephi, and Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. So Amalek is the grandson of Esau, man. All right, and you basically have in-house fighting, man. All right, you got in-house fighting, man. It says right here, let's read this comment. It says, it's true, they are power hungry and power obsessed. They will cling onto it because they can. All right, and these, you know, these Amalekites, all they're really trying to do is get back their blessing, man. All right, it tells you in the book of Numbers that Amalek would be the first of the nations, but his latter end would be that he perish forever. It says right here, Numbers 24:20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So right now, Amalek is the first of the nations. They got the pick of the litter, man. All right. They're over all these different nations, man. And they're, you know, proud about it as well, man. Let's go back to this video, because in this video, you know, they say plain and clear, man, that they run the world, man.
This world aright. The Jews do run the world.
The Jews are in charge of the world. Science, financial, politics, behind the presidents. The Jews run the show in the world. Not because they want, because that's what God wants.
You see that? So right now, Amalek, they're the first of the nations, man. They're behind everything. He even said the president. You think Right now, man, I also saw a bugged out video with a rabbi calling Donald Trump the Messiah. You know how bugged out that is, man? That these Amalekites are over here looking at Trump as some sort of Messiah, man. That some sort of messianic figure. That's so bugged out, man. All right. But the point is that Amalek is the first of the nations, but his latter end is gonna be that he perish forever. These Edomites are gonna perish, man. After they serve their slavery in the kingdom, they're gonna be annihilated, man, for everything that they did in this world. And yes, they do run everything, man. And this is coming right out the horse's mouth, man. They're telling you themselves what's going on, man. All right. They literally tell you themselves, man. It's insane, man. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, this is the guy that I was talking about earlier, man. This guy has been talking against them Amalekites a lot, man. All right, and this dude was just one of them, you know, one of those blackjack players. He was into that casino lifestyle, you know, yacht, living on the yacht, you know, that Instagram famous lifestyle. But now he's been going on podcasts speaking against the small hatters, man.
We fought all these fucking wars. Had JFK assassinated. The first thing that he wanted to do, you know, right before he died was, you know, make AIPAC a foreign entity, and not allow them to have nukes. And then all of a sudden, this fucking guy's dead. And Jack Ruby, who is Jack Rubenstein, you know, I mean, it's just like, and then you just, I don't know, man. I can't ignore all the shit that they've done. They sold their secrets.
So, you know, the stance that a lot of American Edomites are taking right now, which, you know, this dude could be a Jake, man. Who knows? All right. But the stance that a lot of American Edomites are taking right now is that they're not able to ignore the blatant disrespect that many of these small hatters have been committing against the so-called United States, man. All right. So, and you got even Moabites making videos against the Amalekites, man. I saw a video the other day on YouTube with these Moabites talking about, when are we going to start talking about the noticing? All right. That's what they're calling it on the internet to avoid being, you know, having their videos taken down. But they're calling it the noticing, man. The whole world is noticing these devils, man, and pointing their finger at Amalek and saying he's the problem in the world right now, man. All right. As hard as they're trying to make the Hebrew Israelites the problem of the world right now, the whole world is really turning to Amalek and looking at these devils and saying, nah, it's you. You're the reason why this world is fucked up, man.
Who lied to us about weapons of mass destruction. We fought all these fucking wars. My friends have died over there, like, you know, and I just look at what they provided us with, and it's fucking, it's not nothing. It's like a negative, you know. It's not, even if they just didn't do jack shit, that would be, you know, bad, but they've actually done things to hurt us over and over and over again. So like this whole thing of they're our greatest allies, just complete fucking bullshit. And, you know, we send them $100 billion, then they send AIPAC $100 million, and then they distribute it to our politicians, and every politician is a little fucking AIPAC handler walking around telling them what to fucking say and how to vote. At JFK.
So as you can see, man, right now the whole world is
you know,
literally speaking,
right before he died.
You know, the whole world is speaking against Amalek, man. All right. And I just wanted to bring this information out, man, because when I saw that comment and I saw the 144,000 in the likes, man, I was like, man, I got to make that lesson, man. All right. There's literally a small hat fatigue right now in the world, man. The whole world is tired of these Amalekites, man. All right. The whole world is pointing the finger at Amalek and saying you're the problem, man, especially Americans, man. All right. Especially Americans. All right. Let's see what else we got in here.
Will come. There'll be a new world order.
In order for Mashiach to come, we cannot have any other governments. It's going to be one kingdom, one malchut, one government. So you can look at it in the negative aspect of it, saying a new world order, a one government. Yeah, you're right. It is going to be a new world order. The new world of Mashiach. With one.
Which, what they don't realize, man, is that a new government that's going to be set up on the earth for the Israelites is really for us, man. All right. They're taking the stance where they're trying to force their blessing. And so they got all these bugged out ideologies. They got the red calf ideology. They got the, you know, trying to build the third temple and so on and so forth, man. These dudes are bugged the fuck out, man. And they because really what their plan is the greater Israel plan. All right. The greater Israel plan is what they're trying to bring into fruition. And they're basically trying to make the land of Israel the center of the world, where they basically rule the whole, everything basically, man. All right. And they're trying to make their new world order. And one of the ways that they're going to try to do that, all right, is through the MOTB, man. All right. And what's really crazy, man, I was doing research on, on AI and all this, all this technology that's being developed. And it's actually a lot of small hatters that are actually, investing large amounts of money into these AIs that are being developed, man. I was reading an article how these small hatters use AI technology to basically, identify the Palestinians and so on and so forth, man. All right, so these Amalekites, they're investing heavily into this AI technology, which right here at Great Millstone, we've been telling you this AI technology is also going to be used in conjunction with the MOTB, man, because all this AI technology, what it's doing is, they're pumping large amounts of data from you people. And so this AI technology is able to do something called predictive analytics, where they basically predict what you're going to do next, man. So what this devil wants to be is he wants to be like the Most High, man. All right. And one of the ways he's going to try to do that is through the microchip, man. All right. The mark of the beast. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants to control everything, man. All right. And when he implements that MOTB in you, all right, that AI technology is going to be helping, to really, it's going to be used in conjunction with that MOTB, man. All right. All of these technologies that are being developed is not a coincidence, man. All right. You also got the Neuralink. All right. And while Elon Musk was on because I believe he's not dealing with Donald Trump anymore, but when he was going on these podcasts with this one small hatter, basically saying how he grew up as a small hatter, man. All right, so all these things are going back to Amalek, man. All right, Amalek is the one that's heavily investing into these AI companies, and they're also the ones that want to ultimately set up a new world order with them at the center of it, man. Amalek wants to be over everyone, man. Amalek is bugged the fuck out, man. All right, and they're gonna be destroyed, man. Esau, Edom is the end of this world. They're the end of this age, man. And everything that they're planning, trying to bring into fruition, is not gonna come to pass, man. All right. This is Isaiah 14:12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" Which this is a proverb against the king of Babylon, which the king of Babylon is Esau, Edom. All right. But America has been compromised by the small hatters, man. All right. America basically is being ran by these Amalekites, man. They control every facet of society right here in America, man. From the politics to the medical centers to the education system to to the entertainment, to the music, to the media, to whatever thing you could possibly think of, man. This devil is controlling everything, man. All right. Amalek is over the politicians in Babylon, man. They rally a lot of support for their country through these lobbies, man. All right. So this double Esau Edom, all right, they're gonna be brought down, man. All right, they're gonna be brought down and fall from heaven. They're gonna fall from their rulership position, from that high position down to the earth. They're gonna be cast down, man. They're gonna be put in that lowest state. It says verse 13, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God." And that's what Esau Edom is trying to do, especially the Amalekites, because by them hijacking our heritage and calling themselves the sons of Jacob, the sons of Israel, and basically saying that they're the Israelites and the chosen people, and also trying to bring that new world order and that greater Israel plan. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to exalt their throne above the stars of God. And the stars of God are you Israelites, man. All right. You Israelites are the stars of God. And this double Esau Edom, he wants his blessing back, man. All right, because it tells you in the book of Genesis, all right, let's get it real quick, that Esau, Edom, hated Jacob for the blessing wherewith he was blessed. All right, so Esau, Edom has that perpetual hatred against his brother Jacob, man, against us, the real Israelites, man. And that's something you must understand as an Israelite, man, that you have enemies, and at the forefront of all our enemies is Esau, Edom, and Amalek. All right, which that's gonna, you know, all of that is going to be destroyed, man. But it says right here in Genesis 27 and 41, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So Esau, Edom, has that hatred against Jacob, man. And you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, and you speckled birds that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the world, you are the real Israelites. You are the true descendants of Jacob. And Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, they are the Edomites, the biblical Edomites, and they hate us, man, all right? And you could tell that they hate us because look at all the things, all the institutions that they have set up throughout history, man. You got the eugenics institution, man, where most of the eugenics that were being perpetuated by Esau, Edom, it started with the small hatters, man. That ideology of feminism, that came from the small hatters. The first transgender clinic was in Germany by a small hatters, man. All right, so everything goes back to Amalek, man. Everything goes back to Esau, Edom, and them trying to put us down, man. All right, and they do it through the wine, through the philosophies, through everything that they push, man, because they hate you. They want to destroy you. They don't want you to be close with Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, your power, man. This is the accuser of our brethren, man. And this devil, you know, he has set up a system where we constantly go off and he points the finger at us, man. All right, he points the finger at us and accuses us before our power, man. All right, this devil, he wants to exalt his throne above the stars of God. He hates you Israelites, man. All right. It says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So this devil wants to be like the Most High. And one of the ways he's going to try to achieve that is through that MOTB technology, man. All right. Because, you know, that greater Israel plan and everything that they got set up on the left-hand side, the only way that they're going to really achieve world domination is by, you know, putting that micro C-hip in everyone, man. All right. The mark of the beast. All right. Because once they put that mark of the beast in everybody, all right, which only the elect are going to reject that, man. If the Lord ain't with you, if you ain't part of the elect, you're going to take that, man. All right. You're going to take the mark of the beast. This says Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, the both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this prophecy is about to play out very soon, man. Because one thing you must understand is that these devils know that they're running out of time. Esau, Edom knows that his days are, you know, that his days are determined. All right. He has bounds that he cannot pass. Esau, Edom, you know, is aware that he's running out of time. So very soon, they're going to go hyperdrive on their plans, and it's going to bring about the end. All right, because one of the final prophecies that we're waiting for is for the mark of the beast to get implemented, man. All right, and when that happens, when this economy completely falls apart, the solution is going to be the CBDCs, all right, the central bank digital currencies. And the way that you're going to be able to participate in that system is you're going to have to get microchip, man. All right. You're going to have to get that MOTB, whether you like it or not. All right. And if you don't have the Lord, you're going to take that, man. It's not going to matter what tax bracket you're in. All right. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. They're going to make everybody take this, man. He's going to set up a situation where what? Again, it's going to be order out of chaos, man. There's going to be so much chaos financially and economically and, you know, nationally, you know, internationally, actually, to the point where the solution is going to be presented like, you know what, we all got to go on a digital system. This is easier. It's you know, it's safer for your identity. You will be protected and so on and so forth. But really, it's to have control over you, man. Because this devil wants to be like the Most High. All right, Amalek is bugged out, man. All right, and when you really do research on Amalek, many of these police academies and different militaries throughout the world, they actually get trained by these small hatters to how to destabilize certain peoples, man. All right, you know, I was doing some research that the Atlanta Police Department actually gets their police officers trained by the small hatters, man. Think about that. So you got these small hatters controlling the politicians to the president, all right, through these lobbies. You got them controlling the media. You know, recently you've been seeing a lot of you know, a lot of things being censored and being called anti-Semitic. All right, they control the music, they control the entertainment, they control the medical side of things, man. All right, these devils control everything, man. All right, and that's not enough for them. All right, they want to be inside of you. All right, they want to see what you're thinking about, what you want to do, what you're gonna do next. They want to be able to predict that. All right, that's why they've built these AI computers, man. All these AI quantum computers, man, that they're pumping mass amounts of information about you into them. All right, and they're making these big data warehouses where, you know, they're basically, you know, pumping all this information about you into. So these computers are able to use predictive analytics to figure out what you're gonna do next, man. And it's only gonna get creepier, man. All right, it's only gonna get creepier because all this increase in technology is really an increase in surveillance, man. Esau Edom is bugged out like that, man. He's weird. He's a little weirdo, man. All right. They want to control everything, man. All right. Let me see what else I got in this. Let's see. Let's see what this one says.
Wrote in the Los Angeles Times on December 19th, 2008. Yes, we control Hollywood. I don't care if Americans think we're running the news media, Hollywood, Wall Street, or the government. I just care that we get to keep running them.
Man, and it's so crazy, man, that they all throughout the media, you know, it's crazy because on these different social media platforms, from TikTok to Instagram, these people have been using Chat GPT to ask questions about the small hatters, and Chat GPT is going on the internet like Ultron and you know, finding these articles from back then and bringing it out to the light in the modern times, man. So it's crazy that these Amalekites are so bold in telling you straight to your face that they really control everything, man. All right. It says they admit it, but if you say it, it's bad. You see that? So if you say it, it's bad. All right. This one is nasty, man. I gotta play this.
I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country, and we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread, and then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets, and the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat it, their children for lunch, and you know, us Jews, you know, we got to do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi A.B. Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
You see, so you know these Amalekites are just straight up telling you what they do, man. All right, and the media, that's the reason why Also, this famine of the word is gonna come. That's an aspect of it because the media is being used, to ultimately bring true information to the light, man. These Amalekites are being exposed horribly too, man. All right, from their statements that they've made all throughout history, through the different institutions that they have set up to poison the minds of the people, to the different horrible actions that they've been taking against the people through the wars that they've been making over there in the land of Israel, man. All right, these Amalekites have that shameful spewing upon their glory, so they're gonna have no other choice but to turn this internet off, man, to ultimately censor this word, because right here, as starting with the apostles and elders, a great millstone, we're the main ones that really speak against these small hatters and point the finger at them and call them Amalek and tell them that they're Edomites, man. All right, we're the ones exposing these devils, and now the whole world is catching up, man. All right, you people are late. All right, and it's really prophecy that these people in the world are starting to notice these devils, man. That's that shameful spewing. That's why this famine of the word is also gonna come, man. All right, it says Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send the famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So the famine of the word is gonna come, man. And when that starts to happen, when the famine of the word comes, we're not gonna be out there on the highways and byways preaching this word and trying to wake you up and give you the truth. All right, by that time it's gonna be the time of judgment. All right, we're not gonna be out there, putting these lessons out. That's not gonna be happening anymore, man. All right, these people, they're gonna realize that what we were telling them was the truth, man. From the mark of the beast to World War III to the destruction right here in Babylon the Great. And it's going to be way too late when you people realize it. And the apostles and elders have been telling you that these Amalekites run and control everything, man. All right. These Amalekites are getting really bold lately, man. Just telling you straight up what they do. All right. Let's see what this one is about. Or actually, let's there was another one that I wanted to play, man, cuz let me see. Where is it? No, it's not that one. If I can't find it, it's all good, man. Because, I've shown plenty of condemning videos against them, man. Let's play this one real quick, and then we'll end it off with this, man. Look at that. It says, New York rabbi arrested for selling thousands of foreskins on Craigslist. He would sell them in small bags fried in oil like onion rings. That's disgusting, man. All right? Absolutely disgusting. Man, these people are nasty, bro. All right? For real. And then when you speak out against them, then they want to call you an anti-Semite, man. All right? That's folly, man. You people are demonic. Completely perversing being perverse against the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They don't even have the real name of the Lord. They call the Lord Hashem. Hashem just means the name. All right. And there's even videos with rabbis saying that they worship Lucifer, man, that their God is Lucifer. All right. Which Lucifer, Lucifer isn't even a spiritual entity. That's not a spiritual angel or anything, man. That's not an angel on the left hand side. That's just the name or the name that's applied proverbially against the king of Babylon, man. All right. These devils who they really worship is Satan, man. All right. They really worship Satan. And a lot of the things that are written in the Talmud it's disgusting what's written in there, man. All right. I downloaded, an app and where it goes into it. All right. And man, it's disgusting, man. It goes into how they could have intercourse with three-year-olds, man. It's absolutely fucking disgusting, man. All right. We're talking about the people that made the first, ABC community clinic, man, to chop people's rods off and make them into a woman. These devils are demonic, man. Who thinks of shit like that? That's Amalek, bro. Amalek is the wicked. Amalek is the one who's called, these Edomites, they're the ones that are called the border of wickedness, man. All right. This is Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord hates Esau, man. This devil, Esau, Edom, he's very perverse. He's very demonic. He's completely, it says in the book of Habakkuk, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. This devil has a very perverted demonic spirit in him, man. All right. He's clean contrary to us, man. All right. Just as Jacob is clean contrary to them, these devils are completely different from us, man. Spiritually. All right. These devils are weird, man. All right. The Lord hates Esau, Edom. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. All right, so these people are known as the border of wickedness. All right, they're known as the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So the Lord hates these people, man. It tells you in the book of Exodus that the Lord was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right. And we're in the times where Esau, Edom is about to be cast down before the whole world, man. All right. And even though they've built up the desolate places, which that happened after the late 1400s when these Edomites started to gain their foothold on the world through the Renaissance. And out of the Renaissance, what came to be? The, Great Britain, man. And Great Britain was the one in 1948 to establish that Balfour Declaration to ultimately set up the state of Israel, man. All right. And America came out of Britain, man. And right now, America is being controlled by these small hatters, man, through their lobbies, through the media, through everything that they have, set up. All right. These Amalekites control it, man. All right. Which through these small hatters' control and the support that America rallies for that little state, all right, these small hatters are going to ultimately bring everybody to war because it tells you that the least of the flock. See, that's another thing too, man. These Amalekites, they're pushing that their counsel and their plans so hard of trying to achieve world domination and the greater Israel plan is that they're actually walking right into prophecy by every action that they're taking, because the scriptures tell you that the least of the flock would draw them out. This is Isaiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, and his purposes that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So the least of the flock is those Amalekites, man. All right. And even though they're the least of the flock, it tells you that Amalek would be the first of the nation. So even though they're the least of the flock, they're hoarding, they're hoarding all the riches. They're hoarding everything, man. Especially, them calling themselves the chosen people, then telling you American Edomites that you're Gentiles and that you're going to be their slaves, and they call you Esav. All right. These Amalekites they got to go down, man. All right. And through every action that they're taking, they're actually going to go down, because through their actions, they're going to draw America and all these different countries into war, man. All right. Which is going to make their habitations desolate with them. This devil, the Lord got a heavy spirit on these Amalekites to be doing this, man. All right. So ultimately what? The Lord's determination is to gather the nations and assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them his indignation, man. All right. And he's going to do it through what? Through the least of the flock, man. The least of the flock is going to draw these countries into war, man. All right. Everything that these Amalekites are doing, they're moving right into prophecy, man. As much as they're trying to force themselves to be at the top of the world, and, they're trying to, hold on to that control that they have of being on top of the world, and they want to implement that greater Israel plan and so on and so forth. They're actually moving closer and closer to the end. All right. The end of their system, the end of their grip on the world, the end of Esau, Edom being on top. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. And one of the things that proves that is all this small hat fatigue, man. Everything that people are bringing out against these devils, exposing them and bringing it out, man. All right. I wanted to end it off with this video right here because BB Milikowski, look what he says, man.
About Israel because my people, the Jewish people, emerged from the depths of hell. I'm
All right. So these look, man. These Amalekites gotta go, man. These are the people who come after the working of Satan, man. These are the people who the Lord calls, you know, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. These are the people who are called the people of the Lord's curse, man. All right. These are the people who the Lord said, I hated Esau. The Lord hates this race of people, man. The Lord hates you white people and you small hatters, man, alike. I don't care how much y'all are fighting, talking about, you know, with this video, this dude right here, all frustrated and shit, you know, speaking against the Amalekites. And then you got the Amalekites speaking against the American Edomites. I don't give a fuck, man. Both of y'all are Edomites and both of y'all are going to fucking fall, man. All right. And you're both going to go into slavery. All right. These Edomites are through, man. All right. This is a house divided, man. This bitch is about to fall apart, man. For real. All right. And that famine of the word is quickly approaching, man, because all this information that's coming out on these different social media platforms, you don't think that Amalek is going to, you know, speak out against it, man. As a matter of fact, to be honest, a point that the elder Nadazakia said is that these Amalekites, since they control these medias, they're allowing this all this information to come out against them so they could ultimately legislate laws to deepen their control, man. And when he said that, you know, that does make sense, man. All right, that does make sense because from YouTube to Twitter to, you know, to Instagram to TikTok to all these different social media platforms, you don't think Amalek has a foothold in it? All right. So these Amalekites, they're allowing these videos to be posted up online, man, to justify the whole anti-Sem agenda and all the laws that are going to come behind it, man. All right. So everything is being set up by this devil, man. All right. But it's okay because the whole world is looking at you devils, and man, they're speaking against you, man. All right. They're speaking against you, and you Amalekites are scared. You Amalekites are through, man. All right. You Amalekites are, man, we know you're scared, man. All right. So with that, you know, Lord willing, I'm going to end it off with that, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and Abba Babal.